So thank you very much. It's great to be here. I applaud what you're doing, Murray and Alison and Noel and the rest of the team, the collaborators who are involved in this effort. It's a great effort. And I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and to talk a little bit in a way that perhaps connects what we're doing in research and entrepreneurship with the challenges here. Let me begin, though, by sort of saying, even those of us who are continuing to work and plan to work for some time are beginning to be confronted with the R word, right? There's sort of no way around it, retirement. But you know, it's sort of an odd word if you think about it. Retirement, right? You know, does this mean to get tired again? Right? You do your career, you kind of wear out, and then so I would invite you to think of the kind of other meaning of the word tire. Right? Okay, and so what we're facing, you know, is, well, maybe you're getting a little bald, Marie. Right? Maybe you're feeling a little flat. But we don't need a new set of tires. What we need is retread. Okay? So I encourage you not to think in terms of retirement, but retreadment. So my wife and I, whenever that word comes up, we say, no, we're not retiring. We're just getting a new sheen on the old set. Right? So you know, the question then really is, how do you do that? How do you go about that? Because although, again, the folks in this room and many of the people who are my colleagues and I'm still working with, they're not experiencing some of the things that you associate with later years of aging. But you know, I have a mother who's going to turn 92 this month. And it turns out that one of my first jobs in college was I worked on the front desk at a retirement community. And I worked sort of the night shift. And so these aged folks would come and you would listen to their problems and see how they were facing life. And it really was, you know, not so much just about growing older as it was about growing fearful, right? Or passive, dependent, feelings of being overwhelmed, and boredom, right? And so this is part of what I see in this older generation. As has been said, we have a chance to sort of, you know, staunch that by taking care of doing something about it now. But what is the antidote, right, for these things happening as someone gets older? And like Tricia, I'm a believer that the answer is entrepreneurial living, being entrepreneurial. And so I'm thinking about this in terms of this idea that is been studied quite a lot in the field of entrepreneurship, called entrepreneurial orientations. It's one of my specialties, and it consists of these different kinds of dimensions of acting. So these are the things that it means to sort of be entrepreneurial, right? And so setting aside the levels of analysis issue, Peter, and the idea that what I'm going to say next in the next few slides is sort of a pep talk, this is actually something that I believe we could research and investigate the extent to which living an entrepreneurial lifestyle, being entrepreneurial, is a way to address these problems of anxiety, passiveness, dependence, and the kinds of things that you witness among those who are facing aging and not so happy about that. So, feeling fearful, try risk-taking. Think of risk-taking as the heart of entrepreneurship. It requires courage, right? Courage is associated with the heart. And so facing fear can be done with going where you've never gone before, facing risk, taking chances, doing something you've always wanted to do. So facing fear with risk-taking, something that we think of as a dimension of entrepreneurship. Feeling passive, try proactiveness. Think of proactiveness as the spirit of entrepreneurship. So when you think of the entrepreneurial spirit, what is it about? It's often about opportunity pursuit. And so proactiveness reminds us to seek opportunities to be engaged in life. I believe it's Woody Allen who's credited with saying, 80% or 90% of success is just showing up, right? Believing that just showing up is the key to success rather than being passive, right? Being positive and hopeful about what the future holds. That's so hard when you're, a senior citizen living in your last address. But if we get started with it sooner in life, then maybe we can make that work. Feeling dependent, try autonomy. Think of autonomy as the wings of entrepreneurship, right? The thing that enables you to sort of pick yourself up and go, and to stand on your own 2 feet, to be independent, to take actions, to enable yourself to get along in life, and just simply to trust yourself, right? Feeling overwhelmed, we'll try competitiveness, right? Think of competitiveness as the sword of entrepreneurship, the thing that keeps you sharp, right? And so it's sort of striking out against the forces that make you feel inadequate, remembering the battles and victories, and even the losses that got to you where you are, and fighting the good fight. And then finally, feeling bored, we'll try innovativeness. Innovativeness is the soul of entrepreneurship, right? So if you think about the word innovativeness, right in the middle of that is nova, which means new. Continuing to believe in newness, the soul of entrepreneurship, right, as the thing that will animate you. And so staying up to date and in touch with the new knowledge and the latest trends, being innovative, using creativity to solve daily problems, and just remembering to have fun, right? So as I said, I realize this has a pep talky sound to it, but these are serious research dimensions that there are measures to look at, and there's literally hundreds of studies that have looked at entrepreneurial orientation or entrepreneurial mindset or lifestyle as a way to be more effective as an entrepreneur. And I believe these are things that this kind of group, this kind of gathering, can investigate to look how can we address the problems of aging well. So along with Tricia, I just want to say I really think that entrepreneurial living is the way to healthy aging, the key to healthy aging. So good luck and thank you very much.